In Affinity, you can apply a wave effect to any shape or text or image. Super easy to use, but there is no actual wave filter. So I'm going to show you how, PC or Mac. Let's just create a shape. I'm just going to create something like that. Could fill it with anything. I've got a nice gradient fill there. And then go to Pixel, Filters, and then down to Distort and Glitch. So in Glitch, you can go here and Glitch Type. Need to go down here to Waves, just tuck down the bottom. By default, it's 0, very odd default, but let's just put it up to 100, and you can see the result of that. It's a bit of a weird filter. You can see the effect where you've got the colours sort of blending there. So you can go RGB, BRG, RG. You can see you get different results that way, and also you can modify a number of channels as well. So if you want, you just reduce it down like that, and you can apply it. You think, oh, great, that's it. That's all it can do. Well, there are a few workarounds for this. So you can use a shortcut to repeat the effect. So let's just go to Pixel, Filters, and you can see I've got there a shortcut Command or Control L. I'm just going to use that. And you can repeat this obviously multiple times to create a far more intense waves than the 100% that you get with the filter. But I wanted to go that way as well. I want to go the other direction. It's going up and down. It'd be really nice if it was a bit like the Photoshop wave effect and it could do it both directions. Well, just go here and you can rotate it. And you would think that it would work. Just do it again and you think it'd go up and down exactly the same way. Unfortunately, it's just going crossways. Workaround for that, right click and then just down here to rasterize. So once you've rasterized it, now do it. You can go here, Command or Control L again, and you can see now it will distort that way. So you can create a more interesting, sort of very thin wave effect using that just very basic shape that you had with the gradient. Well, if you've got something like this, a bit better image than probably before, what you can do exactly the same. So you can go to Pixel with the layer obviously selected, Filters, and then down here to Distort and Glitch. Now there is also a live effect for this. You can find that in the new live filter layer. You may prefer to use that, but I'm going to be using this one. So just go here and Waves, and again Glitch Strength. You can push this up and you can see the effect again. And this is where you probably see the GRB. If you change it, you'll notice that it changes there slightly. Well, you can do exactly the same as before. So let's just click Apply. And then again, I'm using Command or Control L. And you can see the effect applied there. And again, it's an up and down. I think creates quite an interesting wave effect. Obviously distorts the text quite nicely. But as before, how to actually have it go the other direction, because that's what I want. It's a pity the wave filter doesn't do that, but what you can do, exact same, you can rotate this. So let's just go up here, and now unfortunately as always it's slightly off the edge, and you can see then I can rotate it around, hold down the shift, so you've got it in this direction. Exactly the same as before. I can do the rasterize, so right click and rasterize, and then again use that. And you can see now you achieve this wave effect going the other direction. So you can create a slightly more unusual wave effect. Sadly, there's no random feature within the tool. Would be really nice, like in the Photoshop wave filter. So now you can see here's the layer. Let's just, again, you could just rotate it back again, back to there and put it like that. Now, of course, what you can also do is you can rotate it maybe at 45 degrees. So if you want, you can do it at different angles, rasterize, etc. Well, let's just do that. So just rasterize it just at a random angle. And again, right click and rasterize. And again, do that filter. And you can see now you get the layer distorted in that way. And you got, now you may end up getting a bit chopped off there. So you might want to extend the size of the actual whole design, make certain that you don't sort of avoid the edges basically. Because it does occasionally seem to just slice that off down at the bottom, which is not ideal if you want the whole thing. Right, once you've got that, you can also, of course, do this, just doing it. It's a layer, so I can just duplicate the layer. So just drag, hold down there, hold down the Alt or Option key, and just drag. And I've got a new layer there. I can rotate it, and exactly the same as before, I can apply the effect. So again, L. Now, it does crash. I wanted to point that out to you, that it does crash for that. So I would suggest if you're doing something like with the glitch filter, that you save your work before you apply it. I've noticed a few crashes like that. Okay, now let's just go with some text instead. Exactly the same. You can go to Pixel, Filters, and then again Distort, and you can go down to Glitch, and then just go up there, just go to Waves again, and again you can go here to Glitch Strength, and then you can see you can then warp and wave this text. So click Apply, and exactly the same, use the shortcut, you can see the effect on text. Now I think personally the text does look slightly ugly when it applies the wave effect. It's not the best of wave effects, I would have to say, but you can do exactly the same as before. You can let's just rotate this around, and again you have to rasterize it. So right click, rasterize, and again you can then apply the warp again, and you can see you can warp the text like that. It's a weird filter. Glitch, as I say, does have its faults, so it's good to point out that it does crash occasionally. You can apply the wave filter across the entire image, but you can also apply it just to a particular part by using a selection. So let's just go over here. I'm using Pixel Studio and just go for a rectangular marquee tool, and I'm just going to create a quick selection like that. Also, I can hold down the shift and then add and create some more. Let's just quickly create a couple of areas, and I'm just going to apply the wave effect to this. So Command L, again, shortcut, and you can see then what you can do is create some interesting wave effects just to a particular part of the image. And because I've got here the actual selection selected here, I can then just reposition it, move it somewhere else, maybe like that, use the same selection or create a new one, and do exactly the same again, L. And now, of course, the wave effect is applied to that area. And I can do exactly the same again. I can just shift it over to say there, and again apply it there, and you can see you can create quite an abstract image just by changing the position of the selection and applying again that filter effect. Again, unfortunately, it's just up and down. You can't go sideways with it. You can also use the wave effect using channels as well. So Window, and then just down here to Pixel, and then Channels. And with that, you can see the Channels panel here. Please check my other videos on how to use channels. Channels, I think, are one of the most powerful features in Affinity, as well as other applications as well. And all you need to do is go to Composite Red, click on that, and you're in the red channel. And what you can then do is apply again. I'm just going to use the shortcut. Just going to use the Command or Control L and apply it. You can see then the effect applied just to the red channel, not to the blue or the green. And then I can go over here again, select the green, and apply it like that. You could, of course, simply just go to the Pixel, Filters, and Distort and Glitch. You could apply some other filters in between, of course, as well. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you can just go down to Waves, maybe not set it to, maybe just set it to 50%. Doesn't have to be 100%. Click Apply, and then you've got that, and maybe apply it a couple of times just to apply it to 150% or whatever percentage that is. And again, you can modify the blue. Then you can just set it back. Just go out here, so you can use composite green, composite red, etc. Go here, and then back in here, you can see now the effect has been applied different channels to create some really intense wave effect with text, with shapes, with anything. You can also use it with pattern layers, though I must admit the effect is a bit odd with pattern layers. Doesn't work in the way that other filters seem to work. So I suggest it is possible, but you will notice the result isn't maybe exactly like this. I hope you found this of interest. Any questions or thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. Bye.